I'm just kidding. But I
Just 1 minute. I'm trying to set everything up. Then I'll be back. Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Okay, now you can see me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh,
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we can see you.
good. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me get into presentation mode. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So I'll do the pranam mantra. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shlakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kirpatadham Bande Sri Gurum Din Taranam Pramananda Madhvam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिव सदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 नाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय
Jai.
ISKCON founder Acharya His Divine Grace Prabhupada ki jai. So
Jai.
today we have Anjali Mataji and Hari Krishna Prabhu. So can you Prabhu and Mataji, can you just give your introduction, who you are and anything that you like to share? A minute or two.
Yes, Prabhuji. My
Yes,
name
Mataji.
is, first of all, please accept my humble obeisances, dear devotees, and Ramacharya Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your
Hari Bol.
association and for your great service, Prabhuji. Very happy to be in the association of all these wonderful devotees. So,
Tell
all
about your
glory.
name, Mataji, yes,
Srila
and how long you
Prabhupada,
have been.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
My name is Anjali Palokollu and I live in, we moved out from St. Louis, Missouri to Bentonville, Arkansas last year because of my husband's job in Walmart. And I have two kids, son and daughter, and they both grew up and they are all out in different states for college purposes. And we stayed in St. Louis, Missouri for quite a bit long period of time, like 17 years and so. And we have been, connected with ISKCON, very nice ISKCON temple of St. Louis. And we have been engaged ourselves, me, my husband, with nice devotees, St. Louis Temple, and we did whatever we could do. We did some seva services in the temple, outside temple, and we love to do that. And here, since we moved out from there to here there is no ISKCON temple, but we found very nice initiated devotees, some two or three devotees over here. And so we found our small group and we started already Bhakti Vriksha programs in different houses, and it's going nice. So,
Yeah.
so we are really happy that we found devotee association over here in this small village of Bentonville, and we are really, really happy for that. That is what is the mercy from our Guru Srila Prabhupada. So we are very happy about that. And about me, I'm the housewife, and I just take care of house and children and kids and my husband. and I do chanting, and I do some sadhana, and it's all the blessings of the pure devotees that I am able to do, and I am still in the connection with all the devotees and the scriptures and readings and doing such things. And whatever
Nice.
seva I can do, I am doing here also in Pentonville. So I'm very
Thank you,
happy
Mataji.
that I got this opportunity to do this Bhakti Vriksha course in the association of all of you. So
And she
thank you
has
very
done the
much,
ISKCON
Ramacharya
Disciple course
Prabhuji.
also. Right,
Yes.
Mataji?
Yes. Yes.
She has done ISKCON Disciple course. And she is never away from St. Louis, although she is saying so many things. She is always doing services for St. Louis. She is very nice devotee. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu, it's your turn now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat
And then
Pranam.
I would also like Surendra Prabhu and Nadia Mataji to talk a little bit about yourself as well today on the camera. Last time you talked, but you were not on the camera. So today they can see you nicely. Okay, go ahead, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So, Hare Krishna, everyone, Dandavat Pranams. So, yes, myself, Hare Krishna Ayarajodu. So, yes, I'm from St. Louis, same temple. Yes, I've been here in St. Louis for more than like 6 years now. So with the mercy of Prabhupada and then our temple management, I have a little. I'm currently doing a very little service. Part of the book distribution team, and yes, I have been having this desire to join Bhakti Shastri course due to my small child, so I couldn't do in the past few years. But at least, so this year at least I'm able to start this. Hopefully, I will be. Yeah, so I'll be very regular and able to do and able to learn.
Jai. Prabhu does a lot of book distribution service. He is one of our support here. Very nice, serious bhakta. Very serious, very serious. You know, his mood is very nice. I'll figure it out over the time as you will hear from him. So he's really very good devotee as I have observed. So thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Surendra Prabhu, you want to talk about yourself a little bit on the camera today? And then Nadia Mataji, yeah. Good.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. So, my name is Surendra. I'm here in Minneapolis. I started, Krishna consciousness, roughly in 2014, 9 years now. So we have a small community, and we have been actively being part of, the community and got interest, towards Krishna conscious, doing to the whatever the possible, limits, service over there. So now we are heading to start a temple. So we want to know more deeper about scriptures understanding, so that how we can increase our service with unallied thoughts, and then do more pure bhakti. So that's my
Jai. Thank you. Thank you, Surendra Prabhu. Nice. Hare Krishna, Nadia Prabhu, Nadia Mataji, please. Oh, I see the feet of Krishna. You are in. Ah, my gosh. You're right beneath the feet. Jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Please go ahead, Mataji. Cannot hear you, Mataji.
You are mute, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, I was on.
Yes. No
Okay.
problem.
First, accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila
Srila
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
My name is Nadia. I am here from Minneapolis, Minnesota, with a most wonderful group of devotees that Krishna has placed us. By mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we try to do some devotional service here and distribute Srila Prabhupada's books a little bit. And I came to Krishna consciousness in 2022. So just I want to learn as much as possible, because this life is given to us to learn about God. If we don't do that, that's waste of life. And I don't want to waste my life anymore, because up to this point I was wasting my life. I didn't know about that. So I'm so grateful to be here, and thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So anybody would like to introduce themselves if they have not done it? Did I miss anyone? Most of us, I think, have been here on multiple classes, but anybody who I need to introduce today, or we are good? Many of you said that you are here to learn, and I can tell you for sure that you would learn. Really, you will learn if you stay tight and follow as we go through these classes and do your homework, submit your homework, prepare for the exam. You would really learn. Really, really appreciate. No, I'll try my best to make sure that you all have excellent learning, because we have to learn these powerful teaching given by our acharyas. That's the purpose. Okay, so what we are going to discuss, anybody knows? What is the topic of discussion going on? Do you know?
As it is.
Yeah,
Meaning as it is.
yes. So we are trying to understand the meaning of as it is. Why? Because see here on Bhagavad Gita, it says as it is, right? So it's very important because we are going to study Bhagavad Gita. We'll have our own translation and purport. And you would see that it might differ from what you have seen somewhere else or you are seeing somewhere else. So we have to know what is the meaning of as it is. Also, many learned community in the society today, they are trying to distance themselves away from a spiritual movement or gathering. They think that a lot of problem is coming because of people practices, people belief system. Some says this, some say that. If you go to Christian, they'll say something else. If you go to mosque, they'll tell you something else. If you go to Gurdwara, they'll tell you something else. If you go to some other places, synagogue, they'll tell you something else. That is definitely creating confusion. And even within our ISKCON, also devotees have different degree of understanding. They have different, because they all have different background, and your background is giving you type of understanding that has developed inside you over the time. So it's very, very important for us to understand what is the fact then. Okay. And this as it is understanding is in every sampradaya. When we call it four bona fide sampradaya, disciplic succession, lineage, sampradaya is lineage by which we learn the science of God. All of them have this truth, and that's what we are going to reveal, what that truth is. So in last session, we had discussions and I was asking, what is your understanding of as it is? And many of you very enthusiastically added to this list. I understand this, I understand that, I understand that. So today we'll try to clarify what exactly is as it is. We saw this verse that says, Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya Pratishloke Pratyakshare Nanartha Kaya. There are different meaning of every shloka means verse and akshara means word. Of every verse or every akshar that we hear, we pronounce has different meaning. And one of the example I gave was Atma. Atma is mind. Atma is refers to intelligence also, referring to intelligence also. Atma refers to soul. Atma refers to body. Atma refers to Paramatma also. Atmanaiva Ma. The master of all the Atma is Paramatma. So Atma has multiple meaning, right? So then Atma is Buddhi, Atma is intelligence, Atma is mind, Atma is soul, Atma is super soul. What is it? Right? So to understand that, you have to give a baseline. In mathematical language, we call it reference point. So distance is relative, okay? But it becomes fixed when you have the origin. So x-axis is there, y-axis is there, and you measure distance from the origin. 5 kilometer x direction, 3 kilometer north direction, y direction. You will have this point, right? But if you change the reference point, distance will change, right? So this as it is a foundational understanding, you know, based on which we have to understand what is as it is and what is not as it is. Sometimes you will hear the term Brahmanwadi, Mayavadi, different school of thought, different, terms, Karma Mimamsa philosophy, Gyan Mimamsa philosophy. Are they as it is or not as it is? So this is very important. This is very important. Although I do this discussion in the very beginning of our course, but we are talking very profound learning that we have to adhere to, stick to. And going ahead in future, we have to calibrate ourselves. The calibration has to happen against these teaching. Are we as it is or we are not as it is? Because you would see that based upon time, place and circumstances, our acharyas have given different thinking. And perfect example is that Lord Buddha is considered one of the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Lord Buddha is considered one of the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. But did Lord Buddha and Lord Ramchandra give the same teaching or different teaching?
Different.
Completely different teaching.
Yeah.
Completely different teaching. Completely different teaching. Right? But how you know that Lord Buddha was Lord himself, Lord Vishnu, because Shastra, a scripture will tell. A scripture does not deny that Lord Buddha was not Lord. He was not Vishnu. Shastra never. That's how Tarastuti, very clearly talks about Lord Buddha being the incarnation. But his teaching was not the teaching that Lord Ramchandra gave. He didn't talk about Krishna Prema, Ram Prema, Bhakti, nothing. So then, was he as it is or not? No, he was Lord Vishnu himself. So sometimes, based upon time, place, and circumstances, you would see some differences in the statement. Like this Om Purnamada Punnam Idam Punnat Punnamudachate Punnas Punnadaya Punnamosisate. This verse has different translation. But is it saying the same thing or is it saying the different thing? So that's what we have to understand. What exactly is as it is? Sometimes you would see that the word for word meaning of a particular verse is different. But is that word for word meaning makes it as it is? Difference makes it not as it is, or is it still as it is? Answer is, if it talks about what we are going to talk, then it's still as it is. Not necessarily the difference meaning of the word will make it not as it is. Okay, the translation of the verse will also not make it not as it is. Like for example, as long as when we use the word aham, Krishna says aham sarvasya prabhu. Now aham, when we think that aham is referring to a person, Krishna, then it's as it is. it's meaningful. Person aham is Krishna. But when we say that this aham is referred to something else, then it's Brahman. Or Krishna is talking about that aham, which he is not right now. Then it's not as it is. Okay. So translation might be the word order, the way you say might be different. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's Prabhupada's way of saying it. But not other Acharya uses the word Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But we ourselves call it Brahmadeva Gaurya Sampradaya. But in Brahmadeva Sampradaya, Krishna is not called a Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in our Sampradaya, in Prabhupada Sampradaya, which is part of Brahmadeva Gaurya Sampradaya, in Prabhupada lineage, in Prabhupada teaching, he uses the word Supreme Personality of Godhead. Somewhere, he might not be referred as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So is it talking about the same thing or different thing? This is a big subject that we have to dive into. Purport, when we read the purport, what is talking about? What's the emphasis of the purport? What's the point being emphasized? Okay, so all of these word-to-word meaning or translation or the purport may be same or may be different, but these similarity or these differences are not important as long as it's talking about this truth. Okay, so this verse, yeah,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, quick question there.
yeah.
I think one of the arguments or points that are usually thrown at any ISKCON followers is that why are you claiming it as it is? Because Bhagavad Gita was given to all of us through the eyes of Sanjaya, right? Because no one heard it with conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. And Sanjaya has given the powers to see it, and whatever he said to Dhritarashtra is what we all are reading. So how can we guarantee that it was not contaminated when Sanjaya was translating it? Because we all know the answer for it, but I just want to hear from you that if there is any better way to answer questions like this, when we go out for preaching or in our classes. And also just to add to it, even Bhagavatam, it came from the
Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj.
Sukadeva Goswami, but we heard it from Suta Goswami.
Yeah.
Right. So how can we ensure that it's not adulterated or contaminated in this process of giving it up? So if you can help us with a logical answer, that would be really nice. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I had that part in this, in this presentation, but I thought that it's going to be too much, so I took it out. So there is a term called
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Prabhu. Can I also add to the same question that Uday Prabhu had, just a little bit more? Also, as well, when you say it doesn't matter the translation of purport or translation of the shloka, can you also please explain? Because like when Prabhupada translated the shlokas and he wrote the purports, and then now there's different translations and more translations are happening. Does that matter what translation you read or it doesn't matter?
We can't hear you, Prabhuji. Sorry. Yeah, we still can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. I think,
Prabhu, can you hear?
Yes.
Very loud and clear. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, can you hear now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so I'm going to use my laptop sound and we'll work like that. Mataji, can you please complete what you were asking? Sorry, I could not hear everything. You were just saying something about the purport and translation, and then I lost the connection, Mataji. Please. Please. Yeah, I can hear now.
Hare Krishna. So my question was, does it matter? Like you said, the translation doesn't matter what you read, and purport translation doesn't matter. But my question is, if Bhagavad Gita as it is that Srila Prabhupada, the original one that he wrote the shlokas and translation and purports, does it really doesn't matter which one you read, or it matters?
So, Mataji, are you seeing something on the screen here?
The sloka, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So you see that there is translation here of the same verse given by Prabhupada and then Baldev Vidyabhushan. You can see here there is translation given by Srila Prabhupada, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and Baldev Vidyabhushan. And these, I'll come to you. Yeah, I'll stay here. I'll come to your room. Okay, Prabhuji. And you can see that the words are different. You see here. But we follow the teaching given by Baldev Vidyabhushan, or we follow the teaching given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So they are still our acharya. Okay, but the wording, if you read the commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sarararth Darshani, and commentary by Prabhupada is different. Prabhupada's commentary is very similar to Baldev Vidyabhushan commentary, which is Gita Bhushan. So you would see that the words and the way it's being said is a little different, because pure devotee has Lila Aspruti. Are you hearing the term? Lila Aspruti. Please somebody say yes if you are hearing me.
Yes.
Yes.
So Lila Aspruti, and what that does is that it allows that acharya to receive the teaching, and then their realization, their understanding, they can present based upon time, place, and circumstances. So this is the perfect example that if you read these three translations, they look completely different. The words are different, the way it's being presented is different, but it's saying the same thing. So as it is means saying the truth, not the word, not the purport. Your way of saying things should be different than the way I would say. But as long as we are saying the same thing. So what do you call Supreme Personality of Godhead in your language, Mataji?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
What's the Supreme Personality of Godhead in your language?
Veliki Bog.
Yeah, see? So you said differently. But are you saying the same thing or not? You said Supreme Personality of Godhead, right?
Right.
So that's the point. So where is the contradiction on that point? So, and this is the example given here. Okay. So as long as we are saying the same truth, as long as we understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is a person. Okay. We are saying the same thing. Now you may say differently. Okay. But as long as say Krishna is person, we are saying the same thing. But you say no, Krishna is not the person. The ultimate truth is impersonal. Then it's not as it is. Then we are calling two different things.
Okay.
If you say Brahman is ultimate truth. Paramatma is, some people think that Paramatma is the ultimate truth. Then we are not saying the same thing. Okay? But as long as you say that Krishna is the ultimate truth, your way of saying could be different. But as long as you say Krishna is the ultimate truth, you are as it is. You are saying the same truth. You are saying the same thing. So that's the point. So the example that is being presented here, that the word by word purport or translation may appear different, but all of these acharyas are our acharyas. They are acharyas of Brahmada Gaura Sampradaya, and Prabhupada learned from them. Balda Vidya Bhushan, Gita Bhushan is what we follow. So they are saying Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj did not use the term Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada used the term. But did Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj and Prabhupada say the different thing? No. They're the same thing. So did you understand, Mataji, what the point is?
Yes, Prabhu, thank you.
Yes. So that's what Uday Prabhu was also asking. Now, here is the thing. When we go to outside world and we say as it is, we ourselves don't know what is the meaning of as it is. And we give them the wrong, explanation. So we say, oh, this is Bhagavad Gita as it is because it's written by Srila Prabhupada. That's not the answer. Written by Srila Prabhupada is not the answer, it's as it is. It's as it is because and many of you answered that in the last class. It's as it is because it's saying what Krishna has said. This Bhagavad Gita will talk what Krishna is talking.
Prabhu,
Then
but
it's as it is. Yeah.
Prabhu, but does it make a difference if enlightened soul like Prabhupada is translating and
Yes.
saying as it is versus someone who is highly educated also saying as it is, but he's not enlightened?
Enlightened soul matters a lot. If Prabhupada, yes. So if Prabhupada is saying, if your answer is only limited to Prabhupada, then you have to say, Prabhupada was pure devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why he knew what Krishna is saying and he presented as it is. Perfect answer.
So, Prabhu, in that same argument, what
Yeah.
if the Mayavadis come and say that, oh yeah, because you're saying it is truth based on time, place, and circumstance. So whatever I am saying, it is palatable for all the Mayavadis. So
That's why you have to refer to this verse.
right. Okay.
So Bhakti Vinod Thakur, now coming back to this point, Bhakti Vinod Thakur gave these 10 points that said that if you are believing, if you are saying these 10 points, maybe in different way, you can say, then you are saying as it is. Madhvacharya gave 9 statements. Do you know that Madhvacharya has 9 statements?
No problem.
So those 9 statements exactly matches with these 10 statements. Same thing. Okay. So it's as it is commentary. That's why we are saying ourselves Madhvacharya Sampradaya, because our teaching the details could be different. Okay. But we are saying the same truth. So that's the point. That's making it as it is. Prabhupada, being a pure devotee, he understood the intent of Krishna. So his writing is based on what he has received from his acharyas, from his spiritual master. So that saying is as it is. Okay. But if you say, oh, it's as it is because I wrote it, then you have to qualify it, who you are. Oh, I followed a bona fide teaching, right? So that's why sometimes just saying that Prabhupada has written it is not sufficient. If you say that being a pure devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prabhupada knew, Prabhupada was empowered, that's called Lila Spruti. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was empowered, Baldev Vidya Bhushan was empowered to say the truth. And they have said it And that's why it is as it is. And what they have said is what we are going to see.
So Prabhu, just to
Thank
make
you
sure.
for asking. I appreciate the questions. Yes, Prabhu, please.
Sorry to disturb you there, Prabhu.
No,
So,
no,
Prabhu,
no, no. Please.
Did I hear correctly that did you say that Madhvacharya has met 9 out of 10 of
No,
these, the
Madhvacharya has said, he has 9 Ratna.
9 Ratna? Okay.
Yeah, nine statement. And we'll see also that. If you like, I can show that to you.
Okay, got it.
And very similar statement. Very similar statement. So that's why we are Brahmada Gaurya Sampradaya. Why we are calling ourselves Brahmada Gaurya Sampradaya? Because our dressing style, the way we put tilak, the way we talk might appear different, but on a very top level, we are saying the same thing. So Madhvacharya also preached about God being a person. Okay. And we also preach God being a person. We also talk Krishna is a person. So in that sense, it's similar. So likewise, we'll get to that. We'll talk about that. But these are the 10 points that has to be. What makes as it is, that's what we are going to see right now. If we have these 10 items there, then we are saying it's as it is. Nadia Mataji, do you have anything else that you want to ask? Thank you for asking.
Prabhu, thank you so
Yeah.
much for explaining. So nice, but I really like it. Thank you. I appreciate your answers. I'm good
Yeah,
for
but
now.
you can ask, Mataji, if you have doubt, we can talk about it. That's the purpose of this discussion. So yes, Prabhupada definitely wrote as it is. And as Mataji said, Prabhupada was pure devotee of Supreme Personality of God, purest of the pure. So his commentary is as it is. But he had to write this word as it is for people like you and I. So that when you are going to buy Bhagavad Gita, you would see Bhagavad Gita commented by some philosopher who are professor in a particular religion school versus a saintly person. How you can differentiate what it is as it is. Okay. So in Das Mula Tattva, that is compiled by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Now Bhakti Vinod Thakur is our Acharya. You see his picture on our altar. He said that what is as it is, and that's the main point that I wanted to drive. He says amanya prahtatvam. Amanya here refers to Veda. So truth param tattva, the essential topmost teaching is coming out of Veda. So if somebody is saying something which is not Vedic, then you don't consider it's granted. Somebody is writing a book, a scholar books, books on chemistry, theology, psychology, and their speculation. First point, he says that the pramana is in Veda. Okay, so it must be Vedic teaching. And then he says, Hari iha pramam. It should be Vedic teaching, and it should prove that Hari is topmost, supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes. Hari miha pramam. Krishna is topmost. Sarva Sakti. He has all the strength. And Rasa Abdhim. Akhil Rasa Amrita Murti. Krishna has all the mellows. Okay. So what the 4 points are in the first line? Veda is the ultimate truth. Hari, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is topmost. So if somebody says Ganesha is topmost, Durga is topmost, I'm not trying to criticize, then it's not as it is. But as long as Hari iha pramam, as long as it's talking about Hari being absolute truth, Krishna being absolute truth, it's as it is. The way of saying Tamil, in Tamil language, Telugu in Telugu language, Hindi in Hindi language, Mataji said, in other language. All of us will say in different language. But as long as we say Brahm Bhagavan is Sri Krishna, then we are saying the same truth. Sarasaktiman. He is most powerful and he is ocean. Abdam means Rasa Abdam. He is ocean of all the mellows. So we'll get into that. All types of mellows. And 5 mellows are prominent, as we know, and we'll talk about it. Madhurya is there, Vatsalya is there, Sakhya is there, Dasya is there, and then Shantrasa is there. But there is Bhayarasa, there is Hasya Rasa. So Krishna is ocean of all the rasa. Whatever way devotee approach, Krishna will have reciprocation in that way. And then tad abhinam shamsha jivan. All the tad abhin, tad bhina amshascha jivan. All the living entity, Krishna says, Mama yansa jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. Okay? All the living entities are part and parcel of Lord. Now, you would say that what is the significance of that, Prabhu? There is huge significance. There are people who think that Namo Narayana Namaha. They say that Aham Brahmasmi. I'm the Brahma, you are the Brahman. You are the Lord, I am the Lord. And due to Lord illusory energy, we both are lost. But that's not what we are talking about here. If somebody is talking about it, let them talk. We are talking that Mama Yansa Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna says, all of the living entities are my part and parcel. Okay, so that's what is being mentioned here. Tad bhinam amsham sajivanam. All these living entities are his differentiated energy. And prakriti kavilatan tad vimuktam. And in reality, although we are forced to this material creation, different form, different body, different look, different language, different way of talking, different dress, different place of residence, different taste, different desire. All of that differences are there. But we are beyond this. We are beyond this. Okay, so we have to understand that what we are is not all we are. We are beyond it. Okay, that understanding has to happen. Okay, so we are not part of the Prakriti, and we have our own identity. We are free from this. So we are not part of the Prakriti, and we are free from it. And in very concise way, we say, Jivare Sharup Hey Nitya Krishna Das. What is your original identity? Who you are originally? Oh, my original identity is that I'm not male, I'm not female, I'm not North Indian, I'm not South Indian, I'm not American, I'm not Mexican. I am eternal servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these are the truths. Does everybody say that? No. There are people right now who are giving big classes, and they say that the day, I don't want to give you the name, but you know them. They say that the day you say yourself, I am Das, you have lost all of your freedom. Ramacharya Das. What is this Das? Why you want to be Das? Bimla Devi Dasi. Why you want to be Das and Dasi? Why we are bigger than this. But that's not the teaching.
It's very important. What you are going to see, these are the things you are going to see. You will see different context, different theme, different personalities talking, but they are going to talk about these truths. So although it's happening in the very beginning, but that's what you are going to see. Okay? Bhed abheda prakasam sakalam. What is our philosophy? Simultaneously oneness and difference. Achinta bheda bheda tattvam. Okay? So Krishna is not saying that you are completely segregated from me and I have nothing to do from you. Okay, you are not me, I'm not you, but there are some similarity, and that is qualitative difference. Example is given that you take a drop of water, do the chemical analysis, same chemical composition as you find in the ocean. The ocean has huge quantity of water, but the chemical composition is the same. So there is some qualitative difference and oneness. Quantitative difference and qualitative oneness, right? So although we are different from Krishna, because Krishna is Bibhu, we are Anu. He has all the potency, all the strength, all the power, all the education, all the knowledge, all the beauty, at the same time fully renounced. We are not. So there is some oneness and there is some differences. Hare sadhanam shuddha bhakti. What is the goal of the life? You know what is the goal of the life? That one should be engaged in sadhana bhakti of that Hari. Does everybody talk like that? Does everybody talk about that truth? That we have to engage in devotional service of Supreme Personality of that Hari. Who is that Hari? Who is that Hari? That Hari is Iha Paramam Sarvasaktim. The Hari is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the ultimate truth. And we have to engage in his sadhana bhakti.
Prabhu, just
Okay.
before getting onto this point, you just mentioned that, between Krishna and us, is it a qualitative difference or a quantitative difference?
The difference is quantitative.
Quantitative, right?
Yeah. And qualitative difference is also there. But when we are in our fully awakened stage, then some quality of ours is similar to the quality that Krishna possesses, but not in a conditioned state.
Yeah.
So our acharyas are very merciful. They say that there is quantitative difference, but quality-wise you are good. But quality-wise you are same only when you have fully revived that quality. Like one of the qualities that compassion. Now, how much compassion we have? We have very limited compassion, but the compassion is there, a little bit there. So our Acharya gives the full credit. But the point is that there is both qualitative and quantitative difference. But if you are fully awakened, fully awakened, Suddh Bhakta, if you have become fully pure devotee, then the difference is only quantitative. Because quality-wise, you have received. And that's the process of bhakti. Process of bhakti help us regain our lost condition. Are you following, Prabhu?
Yes.
Yes. So, Hare Sadhanam Shuddha Bhakti. What is the goal of the life? The goal of life is that we engage in sadhana bhakti. And that sadhana bhakti, sadhyam tatpritim. So that sadhana, what is the goal of that sadhana bhakti? The goal of that sadhana bhakti is that it should lead to pure, unalloyed devotion to Krishna. It should lead to the pure, unalloyed devotion to Krishna. So in this one verse, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has very quickly summarized this entire teaching. And that's the beauty of our Acharya. The entire teaching that we believe, we do, we follow is very much summarized in this verse. So in Nectar of Devotion, you will study about sadhana bhakti. What is the goal of sadhana bhakti? Coming to the stage of prema bhakti. That's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying here. That one should engage in sadhana bhakti of that Hari, Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Sarvashaktiman, Rasabdim, who is Akhil Rasa Amrita Murti. Murti means form, person, Akhil Rasa, ocean of all the mellows. But he is a person. So engage in devotional service of that person, which leads to pure devotion. But that teaching must be aligned with Veda. Okay? Must be coming from the Veda, not the mental concoction. Not, thinking this is true, that is true. Can I do bhakti like that? Can I do bhakti like that? Oh, I love this. I want to do like that. It's all on surface level accepted. But if you want to go high, your practice must be aligned with Vedic teaching. Sarmevahi kevalam. Vishwaksena kathasvaya nautpadate yadiratim. Sarmevahi kevalam. Working hard. It's just the hard work. If the endeavor that we are making is not going to provoke some affection, some love towards Krishna. People are working hard. Somebody working whole day, sweating, so tired. What is doing? At the end of the day, you get some Lakshmi, some donations. Sarmevahi kevalam. Shastra says it's only hard work. Because nautpadate yadiratim. If it does not give the rati, that's what the word here, pritim, affection. Okay, so sign of advancement in Krishna consciousness is that we develop rati, attachment, the detachment to the things of the material world, and attachment. The more, why we are doing this? Because we want to understand Krishna more, the truth more, and then that truth, utpadate yadiratim, it should lead to the rati. So the goal here is basically saying that it should lead to shadhyam tatpritim. The object of sadhana is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Having affection for that Supreme Personality of Godhead is the goal. Okay, and that's why we are not studying Veda. We are not studying, all of these courses to become learned and a scholar. Rather, provoke, the contamination, the dirt that we have in our heart, remove that dirt and bring it close to Krishna. So this same truth is presented, here. So you can see here, okay? That das mula tattva, 10 truths. If these 10 truths are presented, sometimes it might be spoken about only 1 or 2 truths, okay? You would not see all the 10 truths in every context, in every theme, in every discussion. But as long as these elements are there, you are as it is. The way you say, the way you talk, so what we all are trying to do here, we all are trying to be devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Isn't true? Yes, that's true. Don't we all accept that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead? You have to. If you are not accepting it, then you are on different track. Swayam Rupa Swayam Rup, ultimate truth is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. From him, Vaibhav Prakash, Prabhav Prakash. We'll talk about that. Vaibhav and Prabhav. Prabhav is Srimati Radharani. Vaibhav is Balram. Swayam is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. From him, Prabhav Shakti, Vaibhav Shakti. From his Vaibhav Shakti, from Lord Balram, this entire material worlds manifest. But Swayam Rup is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And that's our goal. Our goal is that by this study, by discussions, we are trying to know who is the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is Sri Krishna. So this verse, although we are citing in the very beginning, but this is pinnacle. Das Mula Tattva is advanced course for an advanced devotee. Even after Bhakti Vaibhav, we teach this course, Das Mula Tattva, very powerful book. If you like, you should read. I have taught this course also. It's beautiful, Prabhu, beautiful Das Mula Tattva. All the essential teaching in a poem, in a novel format is presented. Two devotees are talking, and they are talking. One is asking, and second one is answering, and the answer is given based upon the essential teaching that you see in other literature. Extremely powerful. So Bhakti Thakur.
What is that book, Prabhu?
Das Mula Tattva. Oh, the book you are asking about?
Yeah, which you mentioned,
Yeah, this is a book that is written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And in Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and in that book, Bhakti Vinod Thakur talks about this 10 Mula. Do you understand Mula?
Yes.
What is Mula?
Yes.
What is Mula?
The source.
Yeah, Mula is original. Yeah, source. Source is right. So, and what is Tattva?
The essence.
Yeah, truth. So this word, das means 10, right? Mula Tattva. Mula is original. So 10 original Tattva. Okay. And this is coming by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur has compiled this beautiful book. And in that book, he has talked about this Das Mula Tattva. Now, you are wondering what is the name of the book, right?
Yes.
Can you guess what is have you heard about the book? I'm asking you, can you guess what is the name of the book?
Das Mula Tattva.
Das Mula Tattva is coming from one of the compilation that Bhakti Vinod Thakur did. But anybody knows what is that book? Uday Prabhu, do you know what is the book?
Is it Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Prabhuji?
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is by Rupa Goswami.
Nectar of Instruction? I don't know.
Nectar of Instruction is also by Sri Rupa Goswami.
Okay.
Anybody know what is that book? I'm giving you a quiz. That book is Jaiva Dharma. Jaiva is, who is Jaiva, you know? You know who is Jaiva? Jaiva is Jiv, and Dharma is?
Jiva Dharma.
Yeah, yes, Jaiva Dharma. What is the duty of all the living entity? You know what is Dharma? Can I ask all the devotees? What is the definition of Dharma Prabhupada gave? Anybody knows? What is definition of Dharma given by His Divine Grace Prabhupada?
Constitutional activity.
Constitutional
duty to serve the Lord.
Yes, constitutional duty. Prabhupada said. So Jiva Dharma. What is the constitutional duty of living entity? Okay. And what is the constitutional duty of the living entity? Anybody can guess? What is the duty? What duty you and I have?
Serving Lord as per.
Yeah. Yes. Jiva is yes. Constitutional duty of all living entity is serving Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in that Jaiva Dharma compilation, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, in the middle of the book, gives this 10 source of 10 ultimate truth. That's the meaning of this one. 10 ultimate truth. So what are the 10 ultimate truth now? If you please take a snap of this screen, okay? And you need to know these are the 10 ultimate truth. The first ultimate truth is that source of all the wisdom is Veda. Okay? So you have to only take those teachings which are coming from Veda. That's the first teaching. What is the source of all knowledge? It must be coming from the Veda.
Veda.
Right. It must be Vedic teaching. And then Param Tattva is Sri Hari, Lord Sri Krishna is the ultimate truth. Okay, that's second point. Okay, so all the truth has to be taken from the Veda. The ultimate truth is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and he is Sarvashaktiman. There is nobody more powerful than him. He is Sarvashaktiman. Everything is coming from him. He is source of all the strength. And he has, are you seeing the screen, right, devotees?
Yes, yes.
So he is source of all the strength. And Akhil Rasamrita Sindhu, he is the ocean of all the mellows. All the mellows. And all the living entities are his part and parcel. So there is nothing that is away from Krishna. Okay. Although you are in conditioned stage or you are in perfected state, whatever state you are in, but you are not away from Krishna. But in this material world, there are two types of living entity. Jivera prakara hoi. Jive, there are two kinds of living entity. Who are they? One Nitya Padha and one is Nitya Mukta. Okay. So this is another truth here. That there are living entity who are Nitya Badha. They are bound. And there are living entity who are Mukta. So there are associates of Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are always in full consciousness. For you and I have to struggle. Krishna is God, or Vishnu is God, or who is Rama, who is Shiva, who is Durga, who is Ganesh, all is God, not is God, there is no God, right? All types of things happens, this person, that person, this all is the issue of conditioned living entity. The living entity who are mukta, who are liberated, they are fully awakened. So our goal is to come from this Badha stage to Mukta stage. Trigunya Visaya Veda, Nesta Gunya Arjuna. O Arjun, come out of this guna. Okay, so Badha and Mukta. And then Achinta Veda Veda Tattva. These energies of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So everything is energy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vibhin Amsa, part and parcel. But these Amsas, this part and parcel of Krishna are one and different. Okay, and we talked about quantitative and qualitative difference. But goal of each of this living entity is to come to the stage of pure devotional service. Our goal is to come to the stage of pure devotional service. And that pure devotional service should lead to unalloyed devotion. So Krishna Prema is ultimate goal. So here is how, this is the last concluding slide. Then after that, I'll give a pause and I'll leave the rest of the stuff for next session. I want to take one more session. I want to give you some time to digest this discussion.
Prabhu, I have one question there.
Yeah, please.
So this is a bhakti, Dasa Tattva, Dasimula Tattva is really important, understand.
Yeah, very important. Thank you.
And in Bhagavad Gita introduction, Prabhupada, refers Shankaracharya Gita Mahatya.
Mhm.
Pretty much similar context, and even though Shankaracharya spoke about it, some of these Dasamula Tattvas has also been exhibited there. Do you know why Prabhupada picked up Shankaracharya instead of this Bhaktivinoda Thakur Dasamula Tattva in the introduction?
So you would hear these 10 elements are coming in different degree in multiple context. Okay, so it's not like that everywhere you will see all of these 10. Somewhere you will see one content, somewhere you'll see two content, somewhere you'll see 4, 5, 6, depends how the acharya is trying to make the point. But again, are you saying that Srila Prabhupada used Shankaracharya to support this 10 tattva?
Bhagavad Gita introduction.
Yeah, right. But can we go back to that statement?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, Prabhupada picked, another, school of thoughts. Because we are from Dvaita philosophy extension,
Yeah.
right? And the Shankaracharya.
Dvaita philosophy, yeah. Originality is
Madhvacharya,
Dvaita. But we have Mahaprabhu taught. Sorry, I just wanted to explain that Mahaprabhu gave the philosophy Achinta Ved Ved Tattva. And I can give you a story to make that clear, but please go ahead, continue. Yes.
Yeah. So another school of thoughts, they say, like, when we say that, we are Dvaita philosophy extension from Madhva branch. And then, we are, as it is book, Prabhupada is quoting the Shankaracharya's Gita Mahatya slokas. Then they'll question, like, why it is, because, Prabhupada is accepting the Shankaracharya philosophy as well as a basis for, to understand the Gita.
I do not think so. I do not think that our acharyas have quoted Shankaracharya to understand the philosophy, because there are 4 sampradaya, right? And Shankaracharya sampradaya do not come into that 4 sampradaya. This is a different discussion. So there is a Sri sampradaya, okay? There is a Rudra sampradaya, there is Kumar sampradaya, and there is Brahm sampradaya. You know that, right?
Yes, this is Vaishnava sampradaya, so 4. But
so these are the 4 sampradaya, and these 4 sampradaya are called bona fide sampradaya because they believe, so one of the praman, the very first praman that we saw in our Das Mul Tattva is what is the first praman? Veda. The teaching must come from the Veda, right, Prabhu?
Yes.
Veda. And do you know if Shankaracharya accepted the Veda? He did not.
He accepted.
His teaching was to take the Veda out.
No.
Shankaracharya not 100% accepted the Vedic teaching. He took the Vedic teaching that would comply with what he wanted to say, because he was also empowered personality, right? Shankaracharya is Lord Shiva himself. You know that, right?
Yes.
Right. So his school of thought, his theology is not considered under 4 sampradaya. There are 5th sampradaya, and that 5th sampradaya is Shankaracharya sampradaya. Shankaracharya sampradaya is basically teaching that we all are Lord. You know that, right?
Yes.
But then Madhvacharya came. Madhvacharya said that no. Madhvacharya taught this 5th point here, Vibhin Amsa Tattva. He said that no. We are not Krishna. We are not one with Krishna. Rather, we are Vibhin. Okay, so if you go through this point, whatever Madhvacharya taught is exactly aligned with all of these 10 points that we are seeing. Shankaracharya's teaching, we'll talk about it. Shankaracharya is not, according to our acharyas, Shankaracharya teaching was not fully aligned with the Vedic teaching. Not aligned with fully, because Ramanujacharya came.
Yes.
So he has Vishisht Advaita. So Shankaracharya gave the philosophy of Advaita. Advaita means no Dvaita. Since you ask it, there is no difference. Okay. Madhvacharya gave the philosophy of Dvaita.
Right.
Okay. And then Ramanujacharya gave the Vishisht Advaita. So Ramanujacharya said that this Dvaita is definitely okay, but there are few personalities who are Jiv Tattva, but they are very empowered. Okay. And how they become empowered? When they are engaged in the process of devotional service. Through devotional service, they become very empowered. Okay. So they are equally like, God. So that is also bona fide philosophy. Okay. And then Kumar Sampradaya give Vishisht Advaita. Vishisht, not Vishisht Dvaita, Vishisht Advaita. And they say that, there are some living entity who are similar to Krishna. They are similar, Advaita, but Vishisht is special, right? And Shankaracharya said that no, everybody is, part and parcel of, all come from Krishna. We all are Krishna. We don't know. And he gave the example that there is a rope, and rope is considered as a snake because of the darkness. So in the dark night, when you are walking on the street, you see a rope lying down, and it's, oh, snake. He said exactly like that. In fact, there is a rope there, but we think it's snake, or it's snake, we think it's rope. So there is some illusion, right? And once we have enough light, then you can see snake as snake and rope as rope. So he said there is no difference between snake and rope. The difference is only illusion. Are you following me?
Yes.
So that's what he said. He said that there is no difference between living entity and God. You all are God. The only difference is a sense of knowledge. Okay. But Madhvacharya came and said, Prabhu, since you asked, I'm just trying, I'm not taking any bias, I'm just explaining you. Okay. Madhvacharya came and he said, no. Dvaita, Mamayansa Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Madhvacharya came and said that these living entities are completely different than Krishna. It has nothing to do with Krishna. Krishna is Param Bhagwan, Param Saktiman. He is Akhilas Amrita Sindhu. He is cause of all the causes. And Jivas are either Badha Jiva or Mukta Jiva. Okay. So he was aligned with this philosophy. Then Ramanujacharya said, no. There are some Jivas also who are very empowered. That's also true. And then Kumar Sampradaya said, there are some Jivas who are very similar to Krishna. That's also true. So he's the same thing. He said in different way. Okay. Then Mahaprabhu came, and Mahaprabhu gave the philosophy of Achinta Ved Tattva. You are getting too much into philosophy. Okay. But I have to answer since you are asking. So Mahaprabhu said, Achinta Ved Abhed Tattva. He said that this is Ved and Aved. Ved means difference, and Aved means similarity. So there is oneness and there is difference. But that oneness and that difference is Achintya. It's inconceivable. So Mahaprabhu philosophy, in fact, encapsulated all other philosophies. Mahaprabhu, by saying Achinta Bhed Bhed Tattva, he said, he took all the best part of all of these acharyas and he summarized it. Okay. So this is a very deep topic that you brought, but we'll talk about it. The more you learn about, Shastric understanding, and more the depth you get about what we are talking about, we'll come to this point. I have presentation on this topic and I'll tell you.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Are there any specific book written by any of our Vaishnava Acharyas on this Sampradayas exclusively?
This Jaya Dharma. Read Jaya Dharma.
Okay.
Yeah. In Jaya Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains about, all of these four Sampradaya.
Okay.
Sure. And then he talks that, these are four, bona fide Sampradaya, And then Prabhupada also later said that as long as you are part of this one Sampradaya, you are good. So we don't go against Ramanuja Sampradaya. You know, Lord Ramchandra, Lord Krishna, we don't fight too much on that. Lord Vishnu, Lord Ramchandra, we don't fight too much on that. But Prabhupada and our Acharya have very strongly gone after this Advaita philosophy, saying that I have become God, now I'm God, you know, I'm Ramacharya Das because I don't know I'm the God. Once I know I'm the God, then I'm no longer Ramacharya Das. That you know, throughout our scripture has been highly criticized.
Condemned. Yeah. That's why my question is the same thing. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati very strongly condemns Mayavada philosophy, very so strongly. But
Yeah, strong, very
very
strong.
strong. He is like, he'll just go so much of,
Right.
heavily on, Advaita. And then when
Right.
Prabhupada wrote the article about it, when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati read it, that's where, he was so much of happy. Prabhupada is writing Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word itself is mesmerized for him.
Yeah. So this is
So
very deep topic that you
when
brought
that-
it, and we
when
have to
that-
get into it.
yeah, when that kind of, the core things, which we are against to that philosophy of Advaita, I always have this puzzle, like, why did Prabhupada brings up this Gita Mahatya written by Shankaracharya?
Yeah, in Gita Mahatmya also there are a few verses. Shankaracharya sang this song, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam Murmu. This is the song that even Vaishnava sings. Right. So in Gita Mahatmya, there is a verse that says that this Bhagavad Gita is essence of all the Vedic truth.
Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gita.
Yeah, yes. And then that Vedic teaching, which is essence of all the Veda, is like a cow. And that cow is giving milk.
Yeah.
And that milk is drunk by Arjun. So for that point, Prabhupada has quoted Shankaracharya. So somewhere, in fact, one of the very learned Vaishnava, Sridhar Swami.
Sridhar Swami.
Yeah, you will hear a lot about Sridhar Swami's commentary cited by Vaishnava, because our Acharyas believes that Sridhar Swami, although he followed Advaita philosophy, but his thinking was like Dvaita philosophy. Okay, so you will see some of those, overlapping. And as we go along, we'll talk about it.
Sure.
So that's how it is. But the core concept, and just this is the last thing, if you allow me 2 minutes. So one of the thing that we do, there are two terms. It's called object, goal, and means. Have you heard goal and means term? Okay, so we are today not chanting name of Krishna to become Krishna.
Correct.
We are chanting name of Krishna to chant name of Krishna more purely. Is that true or not?
100% correct.
So we are being devotee to become a better devotee. Right? Our means never becomes the goal.
Correct.
It's not that today I'm chanting name of Krishna and tomorrow I become Krishna. Today I'm doing bhakti, tomorrow I become Sakshat Bhakti. It's not like that, right? But one of the things that Shankaracharya School of Philosophy does, they think that once you very advance, then your means become your goals. You become the goals. You become the goal. That's what I'm trying to say. So, in the beginning stage, when you are in the conditioned state, you have to, I'm not trying to criticize. I know, I don't know your background, how you have come and all of that. Sometimes I know that people get very offended. Please forgive me. But I have to also at the same time tell you what I understand. Okay. So sometimes you would see that they do very similar thing like you and I do. They will read Bhagavad Gita, they will chant name of Krishna, they will recite the verses, but their goal is that at some point, once I completely remove my impurity, so they are trying to remove their impurity to become the goal. But we don't. We are trying to remove our impurity to better engage in our goal. So this is very subtle difference. Are you following me, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we are not against of anything, okay? But as you grow in your
Yeah.
understanding, there is some gray area that you have to be very clear. Okay, so we are chanting name of Krishna to chant name of Krishna. We are doing bhakti to become better bhakta, but we don't become Krishna. That is the huge difference between Shankaracharya School of Theology and our School of Theology. And that's why we have to go through this. The reason I'm going through this, in the very beginning, because I wanted to very clearly tell you that Vibhin Amsa, Supreme Personality of Godhead is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are part and parcel. We are the living entity. We are conditioned. Okay, so we have to engage in the devotional service to understand that truth. So slowly and slowly, I'm basically giving you that type of mindset. That don't think that
No,
be
no, Prabhu. See, I'm not asking any of that sense. I'm just asking
Yeah.
these questions because
That's good.
I do have some questions because I know a little bit background around this Advaita philosophy as well. So when I started my journey in Krishna consciousness, I always contemplate when there is so much of Vaishnava philosophy is there, I would like to understand Prabhupada's mood of picking that Gita Mahatya.
Yes, I gave you the example.
Yes, I
So
understand.
Prabhu, two things very important. No Sampradaya has given such a clear definition of devotional service as
Right.
Brahmada Gaura Sampradaya.
I 100% agree.
Somebody will say Sukha Sampatti Ghar Aave Kashta Mite Tanaka Om Jaya Jagdish Hare. That's the definition of their bhakti. Somebody has given the definition of mukti is the bhakti, but the real na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavita va jagdish kamaye
Yeah.
mama janmani janmani share bhavatad bhakti ahituki toy. This type of devotion definition only you find in Brahmada Gaura Sampradaya. Nothing. My dear Lord, I don't want anything. All I want is that life after life, I want to engage in your devotional service. This is pinnacle of the bhakti, Prabhu. Pinnacle of the bhakti, I'm telling you. The true definition. I don't want to do bhakti for the mukti or anything like that. I'm just doing my bhakti because, my dear Lord, I want to love you. I'm in love with you. That's all. I want to love you more.
That's what I attracted, in Krishna conscious Prabhu. So
Yes.
that was as you mentioned, yes, it is a pinnacle of the bhakti. The definition and the practices is topmost quality standards.
Topmost. And then the process,
Yes,
how to get there, given by Rupa Goswami. Mahaprabhu personally taught to Rupa Goswami, which is the subject of Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, personally taught and said how to get there. So Prabhu, I'm humbly requesting you, these two things you would never find. I also have a scholar background, but I know the pure definition of the bhakti and the process of bhakti, these two things you find right here. There are other things that might look similar, attractive and all of that, but what is pure definition of the bhakti and how to get there? This is completely, very well defined by Brahmada Gaura Sampradaya. So all we have to do is that learn that definition and try to get there. That's all.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your wonderful explanations. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams. I think I'm a little late today, but I'll just take one more class on this subject before I wrap up. So I'll see you all next Saturday, 11 o'clock. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Please
Hare
keep
Krishna.
on-
Thank you so much.
Thank
1
you so
hour
much.
is not enough. 1 hour is not enough.
Okay. you are trying to hear more about Krishna. I know devotees are really like that.
So, Prabhuji and devotees, just humble request, just considering next weekend is going to be a holiday weekend and some of us may be traveling and things like that. So are we still going to have class so that we can plan accordingly?
Yeah, we can change the time. I think, if you keep the continuity, that would be nice.
Okay.
It will be nice. We can adjust the timing. If you have any concern with the timing, let us know. We'll try to. It's better to keep the rhythm,
Okay.
Yes.
Got the message. That's nice.
Thank you so much. वंश कल्पतरु वैसे कृपा सिंधु अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। Thank